Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Do you have problems on the court with confidence? Perhaps double faulting a lot? Not knowing what to do? Being frustrated with the game of tennis? Well, I got something for you. Stay tuned. Good playing, Goo.
You finally put a ball in the court for once, yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying, man. You know, it's really hard sometimes because tennis is such a psychological game. You know?
I have to agree with you on that one.
And I gotta build my confidence up to play somebody like you. You know, I'm like twice your age.
I guess so on that.
So, but I wanted to share something with you.
Yeah.
I was watching a league match out here.
Yeah.
There was a 5-0 singles match, and the guy was like 6'2".
Yeah.
And I don't think he was having any fun. I don't understand. He was playing one of our guys, Robbie.
Robbie. You mean Girl Scout?
Yeah, Girl Scout. Girl Scout was just lefty, sending the ball up in the air, pushing the ball here and there, you know, selling Girl Scout cookies along the way. and the guy was like just going ballistic. He was like, he was talking to himself like this. He was like, why do I play this game? Why am I out here? Like, why am I in this sport at all? Like, you hear him yelling this out on the court in the middle of a match.
Yep.
Like, I've never heard of that before. I've never seen that before. Like, he's basically like kicking himself down. Like, why are you playing this game, you stupid person? You know.
Yeah, I know. It's part of tennis. It's a mental battle.
That's crazy.
I know, but hey, I got a tool for that. I've been using it with one of my kids lately.
Oh, let's have a seat. We'll talk about it.
Let's do it.
All right, Coach Goo.
Yes.
So tell me about this program you use.
So this program is called Apeak Tennis. It's definitely a tool that you use to help visualize and build a lot of mental training. It's a very useful tool, especially if you don't know how to tackle a lot of your own anger, frustration, or just focus in general. Most players, when they're playing tennis, right, there's a lot of things going on. You gotta learn technique. You gotta learn how to move your feet. But the most underrated thing is actually your mental capabilities, your mental focus, your attitude, how to deal with pressure under a crucial point, or when you're having a bad day, how do you act, or what can you do to kind of solve that problem?
So you're telling me this one little app will help with all of that?
In a way, yes. It's like a mini pocketbook for you. One of my favorite things I would usually do is the visualization part. One of the visualizations is imagine yourself, you're in a tight match in the third set. It's 6-all the tie break. It's 8-7. You're visualizing that in your own head, and it's kind of a little meditation drill that you do, and you visualize and you put yourself in that spot. What would you do in that situation? What actions would you do to make sure that you're calm, you're breathing, right? Or what's your game plan? What should you do in those crucial moments? Right? You should have a game plan. You should learn how to execute. And let's say if it goes the right way, you win the match. But let's say if it goes the wrong way, what happens? What's your reaction to it? And I'll give you some tips and pointers, and it'll help you think about it as your own player, because they'll give you certain tips, but they want you to create your own for you to know. Certain key words that kind of trigger that effect for your own knowledge.
So it's guiding you to basically help yourself.
Correct. It's almost like self-therapy in a way, but for tennis. Because you can always see a lot of players getting super frustrated with themselves. Some of them are very more verbal. Some of them are really quiet. And you can see they kind of like do the racket smash or whatever. But it helps the player utilize, so this app helps the player utilize what their tendencies are to do when they're frustrated or they're not focused, and find certain key tips and pointers that can help evaluate and maybe even solve that issue. It does require a lot of practice. It requires you daily. It has a great tracker of like day to day / week to week of the progression you're going through. I've been using it with my client for almost, I believe, a year by now, and I can tell that his focus has improved significantly and his negative reaction has decreased a lot. He looks like he's enjoying tennis a lot more.
So it's like a daily tennis therapist.
Yes, it's basically your mental coach. You do it daily, right? To get better at tennis, technique-wise, you have to do what? You have to practice your shots every single day. There's bad days, there's good days. You just keep practicing. It's the same thing with this mental exercise drill. You have to do it every day. There is you can actually customize your own practices. They'll actually, when you first start an account, you actually get to notice, they'll ask you certain questions that tailor it to your needs, which is really a great program to start off with. Then and then what helps me actually is I started to realize when I was traveling with USF, a lot of college teams started to use this program. And some of them actually kind of do a lot of visualizations or point scenario visualizations before they warm up to get their mind focused, to channel their minds into this competitive state, which is interesting.
So that's, a lot of people just go right out to the court and start warming up or do their stretches, and they basically probably still, their mind is still at girlfriends or schoolwork, or, oh man, it's so windy out here. Oh man, I had a bad practice. What's going to happen today? Is it going to help remedy all that stuff?
I wouldn't say like that, not like right off the bat, but it would, like I said, the consistency of doing it every day, just like how you practice tennis every day, will definitely, you'll feel the difference, and definitely the benefits will come out from that program.
So it's a state of mind, basically.
Correct.
Okay, so it's basically, the more you use it, the more you're training yourself to put things behind you and focus at the tennis task at hand.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
They do have quite a bit of exercises that require you to write certain things. I think a lot of tennis players don't utilize their writing capabilities or just write certain goals. Since everything's now technology based, I believe writing your goals out on paper, and this is what they do, is to actually do a lot of writing exercises, is for your sake to remember, because usually muscle memory is the best way for us to like receive information. So writing it is another way of receiving information, because you're literally writing your goals down or your tips down in order for you to remember the fact that you have these things in your mind, and you can actually keep it in your bag. So it's a free tool in a way.
Or you can actually type it on your phone and have it just pop up,
But
too.
the problem is they're not allowing that anymore. Remember with the Sissy Pass issue?
Oh.
Yeah, screw you, Sissy Pass. I'm just kidding. But you can actually write it on paper. I remember a lot of kids, not a lot of kids, but like some kids that I used to play used to have like paper notes that they took out of their bag and had written notes already in front of them.
CC Pass probably put it in the toilet paper.
Maybe. No, he had a phone.
Back to being focused.
Yes.
So I know that you use it with USF and you use it with certain clients now.
Yeah.
How long do you think it takes for somebody to grasp the concept of the whole tennis training your brain before you can actually see it on the court?
That's a good question. I think it's based off the person of how they learn. So basically, like what I mean by that is every person learns differently at different pace and different speeds. So sometimes it can take a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks, and you will see the difference, or it can take a month, you'll see a difference. I don't think it's tailored to solve the issue like as fast as it can. I think it's tailored for the person who wants to develop it, but they're at their own speeds. So like if you do it every day consistently, I think you'll see a faster and more significant process. But if you do it like week to week or month to month, you might see a slower progress. It's like putting dedication into your craft, right? The more time you put into your craft, the more significant the difference will be.
So the more dedicated you are to
this program, and you just trust it and listen to the exercises and just be mindful and open-minded about it, I think you'll definitely see a quick improvement.
All right, so colleges do it. Coach Gu uses it.
I use it even when I play matches sometimes before I play. It's really useful, in my opinion. Honestly, I wish I had this in college.
Guys, Apeak Tennis. Check it out.
It's worth it, for sure.
So check them out at apeak.com. The link is below. I want to thank my man, Coach Gu, for showing us the way in tennis app therapy, guys. Right? All in the palm of your hands via your phone.
That is correct.
At Apeak Tennis. Coach Gu, where can we find you?
You can find me at aju.tennis. I'll also be posting content there as well.
Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.
You smell that?
Yeah. It smells like strawberry fields.